After 4 or 5 months, I switched to carb cycling, and that completely shredded me down in like 2 weeks.
Can you explain what that is?
For 4 days, I would do low fat day. For 2 days, I would do equal day. And then one day I would do high fat day. So for the low fat days, I would pretty much eat, it would be like high sugar, high carbs, and low fat. But sugars and carbs as in like good sugar and good carbs.
Like
good,
fruits.
For like fruits. And carbs would be like oatmeal or rice or, white rice or like anything like that has to be like complex carbs in order for it to work. You can't just have like pasta. Like that doesn't count as like good carbs. And then I'd keep my fats really, really low. So it'd be like between 1 gram of fat to like 6-7 grams of fat a day for the low fat days.
Did that make you feel weird?
Right now, my favorite days are low fat days because I like my sugar. So being able to have the fruit, that type of stuff, I'd rather have that than like fat.
What kind of fruits did you go to?
Strawberries, apples, bananas, grapes. But you can't like overeat those, right? You have to eat like only like a cup of strawberries or a cup of grapes, or because too much of that sugar is still like bad. You have to like balance it out. So those were like good days for me, and I would eat a lot. There was never a point where I didn't get hungry, or there's never a point where I got hungry. That was like the rule. Like my nutritionist said, never let yourself get hungry, and you have to eat every 2 hours or every 2.5 hours. Don't let your body go like more than 3 hours without eating. Or like this won't work. That's
so
not like
you were doing like the 5 to 6 mini meals a day.
Pretty much, yeah. And like, but my lunches and dinners and breakfast were still like filling, and then my snacks would be like yogurt, fruit, and then my high fat days, which I had one, was a really awesome day because I got to have like chicken wings, meatballs, bacon,
what kind
whole
of chicken
eggs, chicken,
like,
not the breaded ones. Only fried.
Like air fried?
Yeah. No, fried in oil.
Oh.
I could have as much oil and butter as my heart desires.
Interesting.
On high fat day. Why I didn't like high fat day as much fat I was allowed to have throughout the day, you can't have not a gram of sugar or carbs. No sugar or carbs throughout the whole day. So no fruits, no tomatoes, nothing like that.
But you weren't hungry for it. Like you didn't crave it.
Oh, I was craving it.
You were.
Which is the reason why like those fat days were becoming my least favorite days. As much as the food was awesome.
Right.
Like having that meatball and chicken wings, that's awesome. Like I love that type of food, but like not being able to have the sugar with it, like right after, it killed me.
And while you were doing that, were you working out every day?
Yeah, I was working out. I would say like 5 days a week.
Lifting heavy?
I didn't start lifting heavy. I like worked my way up there. So like, we all start somewhere, and then by like the 5th, 6th month, I started lifting heavier and heavier. And then I wanted to really just max out on the weights because I just wanted my muscles to get, grow my muscles as much as I could. So I would just pretty much lift as heavy as possible in the last remaining weeks.
And then how many steps of cardio were you doing?
So in the beginning, I was doing between 10 to 12,000 steps a day, which is so important. I feel like when you're starting, those steps are so important.
And clarify like what a step is. You're not running. A
step is a step. A step is whatever, anything where it makes you take a step, that's a step.
You're walking.
Yeah, you could walk, you could run, you could do whatever you want to get those steps in.